Budget will revalue 2.4M homes to raise council tax and introduce a mansion tax to fund £15 billion benefit splurge, including axing of two-child cap. Rachel Reeves is set to batter ordinary workers in the southeast of the budget as she pumps up benefits by £15 billion a year. The Chancellor is putting the final touches to another grim package, despite promising just a year ago that she would not be back for more taxes. Ms. Reeves is expected to order a council tax revaluation of Band F, G, and H properties in England on Wednesday, potentially punishing residents where properties have risen sharply. Homes worth over £2 million, mostly in London, face an extra mansion tax, levied as the government bows to Labour demands to milk the wealthy. The overhaul comes despite then Labour frontbencher John Ashworth vowing before the election, "We're not changing council tax banding." Meanwhile, Treasury sources have been all but confirming that the hated freeze on tax thresholds will be kept in place for another 2 years. That stealth raid will raise billions of pounds by dragging millions of people deeper into the tax system. For the first time, the state pension would be above the tax threshold, so the government will give with one hand and take with the other. Ms. Reeves is also targeting the salary sacrifice schemes used by millions of private sector workers for their pensions, bringing in around £3 billion. The move echoes Gordon Brown's infamous pensions raid during the last Labour government. Experts warned it would deal a hammer blow to private sector pensions, which already lagged far behind the gold-plated arrangements for those in the public sector. Ms. Reeves is struggling to fill a black hole in the books thought to run into tens of billions of pounds. She has blamed everything from OBR watchdog productivity, downgrades to Brexit, and Donald Trump for her woes. But businesses have accused Labour of crushing growth with the last brutal budget raid, the biggest tax raiser on record. And critics point out that Ms. Reeves is also splurging huge sums on handouts. She is expected to scrap the two-child benefit cap at a cost of around £3 billion a year and uprate handouts by nearly 4% from April. Ms. Reeves has already abandoned hope of curbing the spiraling benefits bill after a Labour revolt earlier this year. She must also fund the cost of another climb down on winter fuel allowance cuts. Together, those policies are estimated to add around £15 billion a year to the benefits bill. Just a year ago, Ms. Reeves told the CBI conference that she would not be increasing taxes again after that. Properties in England are currently put into bands based on their values from 1991, after successive governments shied away from revaluations. But the surge in prices in London and the South East means that under a new system, many could move upwards dramatically. Labour could argue that because the typical Band D property is not affected, they are protecting working people. However, huge numbers of people who have stretched themselves for modest properties in the Southeast, as well as pensioners on fixed incomes, could be in for a shock. Some 2.4 million properties were in Band F, G, and H as of this year. Touring broadcast studios this morning, Business Secretary Peter Kyle apologized for the rumors swirling around the contents of the budget. Alarm has been raised at the chaotic run-up, including an extraordinary U-turn on whether income tax will rise, has smashed confidence and slowed the economy. He told Times Radio, "I'm not apologizing on behalf of the people who are reporting on the speculation, because that would be absurd. What I can apologize for is the fact that there's been so much speculation. I understand it as a distraction, but it is speculation and the reporting of such. I'm here to talk about the facts of the economy right now. And the facts are that we are delivering schemes that are lowering the cost of energy for business in this country. We are delivering an industrial strategy, delivering stability and policymaking for 10 years into the future. We have got a grip on the interest rates and the inflation challenges.